Hoake's back. I'm so excited. Welcome to Link, the show that connects filmmaking to life. I'm your host, Chris Cashin, and today, Hoake talks about hunting gear and how he makes everything better. Because he does.
Hey there, how y'all doing? Welcome to another episode of Hoake's Corner. I'm Hoake, and this is my corner. Now, before we get into the meat of today's episode, I just wanted to make an announcement to the world. I am currently in the process of writing my autobiography. See, I started thinking about it, and I realized that I've got too much to offer than I can show in this here series, so I decided to start writing it. And right now, the working title is, I Think I Done Killed Him. That's a double meaning there. It's gonna have chapter titles taken directly from my life, like, what the hell is that on your face? And I'll punch that dog if he don't stop giving me that look. Oh, and don't worry, this isn't some kind of cash grab or Kickstarter or panhandling for money, because I'm not allowed to do that within a 50-mile radius of South Carolina for at least the next 2 years. Nope, I've got a publishing deal. I don't need any of your cash. I've currently got a publishing deal with Kinko's, who for a nominal fee will let me print as many copies of my autobiography as I see fit. So y'all look for it. It'll be on your bookshelf soon. Now, what today's episode is about is that I've always looked at myself as a bridger of worlds, a person that can see both sides of any issue. Now, I'm a hunter, and I understand that there are some people out there that don't like hunting. And I really started thinking about why some people don't like hunting. And I realized I think people just don't like to see little critters suffer, except armadillos. And well, I don't really like seeing little critters suffer either, except armadillos. But I also believe that it's part of man's nature to kill little critters that in no way can do them any harm or effectively defend themselves. So, and I also believe that critters know they're part of the food chain. And if they know they won't feel any pain, they're more than happy to take one for the team. So what I have devised is what I call Hoake's big ass hunting gear. See, with this big ass hunting gear, you're not only gonna hit the critter, he's not even gonna know what hit him. See, with hunting, even the sharpest shooting hunter doesn't always make the kill shot, so the poor little critter's gotta go through some pain before you take it out. But with Hoake's big ass hunting gear, you can wipe that possibility right out the window. Now, the first thing I got here is a bullet that will load into any regular gun, but when shot, expands to hundreds of times its normal size. So you don't end up just killing the critter, you end up pretty much blowing him up and every little critter within a certain radius of the explosion. Now, if you're the kind of hunter that don't want to have a bunch of little pieces and trophies and everything like that, well, I also developed an arrow out of a lightweight aluminum fiberglass material that will fit into a regular bow, but is 100 times the size of your normal arrowhead. Now, if you're the kind of hunter that doesn't want your critter in even 2 pieces, I'm working on a bullet right now that will load into a regular gun, but when expelled, will unwrap itself into a claw device and sort of encompass the creature as a spring-loaded mechanism on the front of it that'll then conk him on the head with a tiny hammer. So you just look for that. Now, the critters won't suffer, they'll be happy, hunters will be happy, them PETAs will be happy. And I would like to have these out as soon as possible. Problem is, you may be wondering why I have pictures here instead of prototypes. Well, I started researching the patent on these things, and it turns out that there are people in this area that believe that a weapon like this is a weapon they call a weapon of mass killing. Apparently, it's illegal to make any sort of weapon that can not only kill a critter, but could potentially take out an entire city block. Well, I'm fighting that, and when I win, and I will win, you'll be able to find this hunting gear at any sporting goods store, Walmart, or back alley pickup truck. So you look for it. They're coming at you. And now, before we close out the show, I wanted to introduce a new segment. And this segment is called Hoake Makes Things Better. See, I got a big old brain up here, and I got a lot of answers. So I decided that I would commit some of the show to making certain things better for you. And today, we're gonna start with talking about movies. Well, one movie in particular, Gone with the Wind. Now, most people consider that movie a classic. I do not agree. First off, it's 3 hours long. 3 hours long. Hell, if I wanted to see some ditzy southern broad roaming around her house for 3 hours, I'd go to my cousin Melva's trailer. She's unemployed and addicted to painkillers. So you cut that thing down to a lean hour and a half, maybe an hour 45 if you still want to have stuff about the war in it. I mean, you don't have to. War didn't really end well for everybody. But, so you do that, you'll have a much more entertaining movie. The other problem with that movie, though, is it's considered a great Southern love story. And I don't see why. I mean, I don't think that Rhett fella ever even got to second base. Oh, sure, you saw her carry her up some stairs, but I don't think they did nothing. Because right before that, you saw them kiss, and I don't remember seeing any tongues. Look, I live by one rule. No tongue on first means no fun on second, then you try and slide into third and you get tagged out. So I have decided to sort of rejigger the ending and make it more indicative of a true Southern romance. So here we go. This is the scene. Imagine she's in that big old mansion. And, all right. So, Rhett comes riding up to Scarlett's door on his Harley and honks his horn, which plays I Wish I Was in Dixie. Rhett yells, "Come on out here, you fine-looking filly." Scarlett comes out and says, "Rhett, where am I gonna go at?" Rhett pats the seat and says, "Little cricket, now hop on." As Scarlett gets on the back of Rhett's hog, he pats her butt and she says, "You are such a strong Southern man." The Harley roars off through the tobacco fields that Scarlett planted after the war as she rips off her dress, exposing booty shorts, and Rhett says, "Hey baby, grab some of that tobacco, will ye? I got an itching for some chaw." They ride off into the sunset listening to Styx. The end. Now you tell me which one of them endings you like better. You can have the one where that supposedly Southern Rhett, who doesn't sound Southern at all if you ask me, says that whole thing about I don't give a whatever, and they just walk off and they never see each other again. Or you can have the ending where they are riding off on a Harley, chewing chaw and listening to classic rock. Well, I know which one I prefer. So, that's about all the time we got for today. So I hope you enjoyed this episode, and until next time, well, I'll just tell you what my daddy told me. Boy, get on out of her!
Walford told me to stop the dialect. Be sure to subscribe to us, follow us on Facebook and Twitter. You can also follow me at Chris Cashin, and we'll see you next week. You're mean. Welcome to Linked.